A warm and steamy situation for days. We've been talking about this for quite some time, and each day we've had some sun. And we've had a couple of isolated thunderstorms going all the way back to Friday. Here's a picture from yesterday of across the bridge. This is on the Winona Bridge looking to the east. You see that storm. Quite an impressive display of thunderstorm activity. For the most part, an isolated cell, very reminiscent of the ones we've been seeing scattered about the map, spaced all across the area. But David Schultz sent the picture from Winona, and see the anvil top there. Certainly an impressive storm, not a severe one, but we'll see similar situation unfold later today. A couple of thunderstorms will pop up here and there, some this morning, some more this afternoon. In between, we'll have at least some sunshine. Right now, not much sun to be seen. We have cloud cover in place looking toward the heart of Rochester and the brighter eastern sky as we look toward the east with our Lewiston auto camera from Assisi Heights. Scattered storms went to our west, some activity approaching Redwood Falls. A light little band of rain has developed in the past half hour. I see that really popping up and already beginning to weaken as it works its way to the northeast up toward Alden and moving up toward Albert Lee at this point. But these showers pushing eastward may bring us at least a chance of rain for a couple of hours by mid to late morning. And we'll see those isolated storm chances as we saw in the picture from Winona. That same thing may play out again later this afternoon. But right now, bright sky in the east, some at least gaps in the clouds. Sun and clouds all in today's weather picture. Here's a look outside with our Lewiston auto camera from Austin. Temperatures already right around 70 on our way to the mid and upper 80s later on. Dew point 65, certainly an assertive amount of mugginess out there. Nothing unusual for us. Very light winds to try to stir things up, but at 3 miles per hour, not much success there. It's feel very heavy, and we'll have very light winds throughout the rest of the day as well. 70 in Rushford, 69 in Rochester, 70 in Zumbrota, and 68 in Mason City. Clouds have spilled across the area ahead of this approaching complex of activity. A very much weaker looking complex than it was hours ago. Watch it in the first couple of hours of imagery before you see that complex weaken and now fizzle out. But we'll see at least a threat of rain maybe for a time later this morning. By mid-afternoon, 3 until about 7, best chances of maybe seeing some strong storms. We have the marginal risk of severe weather from the Storm Prediction Center, and that's for our area late this afternoon. Much higher risk to our north and west. And then tomorrow is mainly tomorrow night. We're talking late evening, slight risk of severe weather for us right around midnight. In fact, with damaging winds and large hail, still a possibility there. And by the time we get to Thursday, chance of storms across the area as a cold front moves through. Just a marginal risk, but a couple of strong storms can't be ruled out, as that looks to be a more unsettled day certainly than tomorrow will be. But today, rather unsettled at times. A couple of little showers come into the area. Future track looking at the morning, that activity to the west reaches some of our western counties by around 9 or 11 o'clock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock. And then redeveloping storms after about 4 o'clock. We see at least a few of those popping up here and there across the map. There's the threat of that on future track. We're still trying to determine the exact timing and location of these types of things. But storms again return Thursday. The weekend not as wet, not as hot, mid-80s instead of the upper 80s and even 90s. 70 with occasional sunshine for that morning commute and a light south breeze. Showers for a portion of the mid-morning hours, and then again late in the day a couple of storms may redevelop. Up 85 by 3 o'clock overall. High temperature around 86, staying in the 70s through the overnight hours tonight. So temperatures across the board up north 50s, but we're in the 60s and low 70s here closer to home. A lot of that rich mugginess making for a very warm and sticky morning. 62 the typical morning low, 82 the typical high. We've been above that, and once again we're above that already this morning with temperatures right around 70. Future track, there goes that cold front. A couple of thunderstorms this morning, and again by late afternoon that system that moves on. A break. We'll have some gusty south winds, a lot of heat, humidity tomorrow. Next cold front brings storm chances for late tomorrow night and parts of Thursday, as then we see a break behind that line of activity by late Thursday. By the time we get to Friday, we're talking mid-80s instead of the upper 80s, and maybe a break from rain chances. But some storm chances late tomorrow night, and again off and on during the day on Thursday before we get a break on Friday. There are those rain chances, very sparse opportunities for rain over the weekend, and by then not quite as humid. The humidity drops off for a while, at least not quite as sticky down the road. And temperatures over the weekend in the 80s, not the low 90s we had at times last weekend. 80s typical this week, all above the seasonal average. 86 in Rochester, 89 Mason City. Occasional sun and clouds, a couple of scattered storms with southeast winds on the light side around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear, 70, a light breeze, and the 7-day forecast again. Tomorrow, break from rain, but then we have storm chances Thursday and slight chances over the upcoming weekend. By then, not quite as steamy or not as hot, so slightly milder.
Very July-like, though. Thank you.